When creating tests in Blackboard, you may have discovered that the Blackboard test canvas can be very repetitive and tedious. At UAS, we have access to a tool that can help you create tests more efficiently, but this software takes a bit of practice to feel completely comfortable with the process. This video will walk you through the basics of creating a test in Respondus and importing it to Blackboard. Let's start with installing the software. When you go to CELT's website, you'll see How Do I as one of your options. This takes you to our knowledge base. And if you look under Assessment, you will find Create Tests in Respondus. Go to this webpage to find the link for downloading and installing Respondus. You will need to use your UAS login to access the download package and installation code. The installation code is good for 1 year, so you may be prompted to put the installation code in again if this is the first time you've opened it this year. Once Respondus is on your computer, you are ready to start creating tests that can be uploaded to Blackboard, bypassing the test canvas in Blackboard. But you will need to have your questions for the test typed out and formatted to match the requirements of Respondus. This is the most difficult part, but once you get into the habit of formulating your questions in the required format, you can more easily have tests prepared and to be imported into Respondus. To figure out how to format our document, let's use this link. Here you have a detailed PDF of the standard format for importing questions. These can seem very complicated at first, but I'm going to point out a few of the most important features. When it comes to numbering questions, you can use parentheses or you can use a period after your number. Same thing with your answer choices. If you are creating multiple choice answer choices, you can use a period or you can use parentheses behind your letters. When creating your multiple choice questions, you can see that you will need a question with a number in front of it, and then your answer choices with letters. Notice that one of the answer choices has an asterisk directly in front of it. That is how you will denote that this is the correct answer. So when creating a multiple choice test, you will have your number with your question, your answer choices with letters, and then make sure that you have an asterisk. True and false questions also use an asterisk to denote the correct answer. Matching questions are another type of question that you can import. With these, in order to denote that it is a matching question, you will need the word type, :MT. After that, you have the option to add title, or you can just have the number with the directions. For each answer, you will need both parts of a correct match. It needs to begin with a letter followed by a period or parentheses. And then the two parts of the match must be separated with an equal symbol, and there should not be any hard returns or blank lines within either part of the answer. You can put spaces before or after the equal sign, but that's optional. It's only important that you use the equal symbol. Those are the main types of questions that you might use for a test. There are other explanations in this document for other types of test questions. So use this document to help you formulate your questions in the correct structure so that they can easily be imported into Respondus. Once you have your document formatted correctly, open Respondus. Choose Import Questions. In this pop-up box, we have to set up the import correctly. Start by using the drop-down menu to choose the type of file that matches the document that you are importing. Browse for your document. Then give it a name. This is the name that it will have in Blackboard. Click Preview. If something wasn't formatted correctly, a warning will appear in the box at the bottom. If you have no warnings, click Finish. Your questions should be visible at the bottom of the screen and can be reviewed or edited by clicking on the magnifying glass. More questions can be added if needed by using the options on the top of the screen. You can use different kinds of questions by selecting the type from the options on the left side of the screen. If you are pleased with the questions you have, you can click Preview and Publish. On the next screen, choose Publish and Publish Wizard. In this pop-up box, leave Publish to a single course marked if you want to import directly to Blackboard. Alternatively, you can save as a pool and import into Blackboard from your computer later if you are having internet trouble. The next thing you do is choose a Blackboard server. If this is the first time you are logging in, you will need to go through the steps of connecting to the server. Choose Add New Server. Check the circle for Yes, check for pre-configured server settings, and click Next. Then just follow the prompts. Give your server a name. The name can be something like My Courses or Blackboard 1. You will need to enter your username and password that you use to get into Blackboard, and then you can click Next. You will get a message when the connection has been completed. Once all of that is set up, you won't need to set it up again. Now you are ready to choose a course to publish to. The drop-down menu lists your courses. Choose the correct option for the next section. Likely you are going to be creating a new exam. Leave these options checked and choose Next. Choose the folder in which you would like to have this test appear. When it's completed successfully, you can finish. Now when I go into my Blackboard, here's the test, and I can edit the test options or make available for my students. I can also locate the test by going to Test, Surveys, and Pools and finding it in my list of tests. Now you know the basics of uploading from Respondus. If you have questions, contact Kelt and we'll be able to help you with those.